We're off.
What is up, everyone? We are back again.
We are back again. It feels like Pink Sock all over again, bro.
Yeah, but we've rebranded the name. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Ghouls Gone Wild podcast. And joining me is Mike Usenick.
I have a question. I was going to ask you this
Yes.
before we went live, but fuck it. How would you feel about me starting, and you being part of course, starting our own podcasting network on YouTube where all of our podcasts go instead of like our separate channels?
That'd be good.
Because I was thinking about partnering with my buddy Coop. He has his show, Dabbing with Dads.
Yeah.
And we were thinking about branding all of our friends as podcasts together and make it one big podcasting network so we could help each other out getting sponsors and shit.
Yeah,
But
right.
but we can figure that out later. Today we're going to talk about Thanksgiving, correct?
Yes, but before we go into that, make sure you like and subscribe to this YouTube channel.
Yes.
And then keep up to date with all the up and coming episodes that is coming up. I do have a merch store, so I'll put a link somewhere later on to go and check it out. But anyway, today's episode we are going to be talking about Eli Roth's slasher. I think it was slasher of the year of 2023. I think Thanksgiving.
Bro,
Was, yeah.
this movie though started off as a joke.
Yeah.
This movie was part of, and I've not seen the movie, but it was part of the double feature Grindhouse, one of their fake commercials they did.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of movies from that series, like Machete and shit, that actually spawned and became real movies, bro. And what do you think of that? Fake movies becoming real.
I think it's good. Um, I think a lot of directors do that. It's like they make little short fake trailers
And then they become
and they
real.
leave it. Yeah, and they leave it for so long, and then I guess if it's time for them to make another movie, uh, they can always just go back to that little fake trailer movie and then turn it into like a whole thing.
I
But
think,
apparently Eli Roth had a vision of that movie when he was a kid.
well,
Like
I
he had it
think
all planned.
Yeah, I mean it's not really like nothing against Eli. It's a great fucking movie, but it's not really an original. Like anybody could have thought of that idea. He was just the one to bring it to life.
Mm,
Um, and
yeah.
with, and with the whole grindhouse thing that's a great point. Why not start off instead of making big movies? Why not start off with like fake trailers or fake ideas and shit and put them out there? And then if people like the idea, then bring it to life.
Exactly right. Yeah. But
Um, Now,
did you enjoy this movie?
I loved this movie, but before we really dive into it, let's talk a little bit about Eli Roth as a director because he did a lot of movies.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. So he made like 11 movies. He's got a new movie coming out in 2024 called Borderlands, I think that was in the talks for a very long time.
It's based on
But
the game.
yeah. I reckon it's going to be really bloody, in my opinion. But
It's gonna be good.
his first movie was in 2002.
Really?
Yes, Cabin Fever. He was a director, writer, and producer.
Not to be confused with Cabin Fever that came out in 2016,
Yes.
which is also by Eli Roth.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of directors doing that, remaking their own movies? That's happening a lot lately.
Really? To me, this one's a first.
Now what do you think
First
of it
time
though?
I've heard that happen. I didn't have a problem with it. It's his movie, I guess, that he wants to reboot again. Maybe he wanted to do something a little bit more different that he didn't do in the first time he did it. You know?
Well, think about it this way, though. This is not the first time this has happened. Um, the Man Who Knew Too Much by Alfred Hitchcock was remade in 1956. Originally came out in 1934. Uh, Takashi Shimizu was actually the more recent one that you'd remember, The Grudge. He made the
Yes.
Japanese version and then the American remake. He made both.
I've never seen the Japanese version, but I've heard that's pretty scary.
I think it's good when directors remake their own movies. Yes, people are saying that's lack of originality, but think about it. As technology progresses, these stories can be made better through technological advances. Now, would you rather these directors re-release these movies like remade with new actors or even the old actors but just remade? Or would you rather them do what George Lucas did with Star Wars and just edit shit in the original movie and then re-release it?
I reckon reboot your movie and just add in new actors again.
Exactly. And the thing is this happened recently, somewhat recently, with Evil Dead. It's not the original director, but the guy that played Ash, Bruce Campbell, does help write everything and produce them.
Yep, and he did appeared on some sound, like a bit of like voice.
Did you see who is starring in Borderlands?
I could have a look quickly.
Oh no, I'll read it because you're not going to believe this shit. I already have it.
Holy shit! So Kevin Hart, Clay Blanchett,
yeah,
Jack Black, Jamie Lee Curtis,
Bobby Lee. Yeah, it's an all-star cast, bro. I don't know how violent it's going to be. It's going to be done by Lionsgate. There's no rating on it or anything. Penn Jillette's going to be in it. He's going to be playing a preacher.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. So this movie, how'd you want to do this? Because this ain't my podcast. This ain't my show. And I feel like I'm taking over. So I'll let you take the floor.
Well, this movie, I guess it's like a very old school 90s, maybe late 80s slasher movie when you look at it.
I love that. We need more. We need more of that. We need more of the going back and like making these movies look like that, kind of like Rob Zombie did.
That's how I kind of like seen it when I first watched it, because it kind of felt like it was like that old school early 90s slasher movies like Scream and stuff like that.
Yes.
The casting on in this movie was great.
The cast was an all-star cast. A lot of the movies we do are great casts, man.
Yeah. Well, Patrick Dempsey, that was in Scream 3, I think it was. He was good in this movie.
He was really good. He played the sheriff, didn't he?
He did. Spoiler alert, because we will give away spoilers. He was the killer.
Did you expect that plot twist at the end? Him being the killer?
I thought it was like one of their friends.
That was one of my guesses. My other guess, like I thought one of their friends, or I was thinking it may have been like somebody else. Like, who the fuck's this guy? Like, they've never done that in a horror movie. The big reveal.
Not in this one.
Like, could you imagine the big reveal at the end of a fucking movie being somebody that wasn't even introduced? It wasn't even somebody who knew. It wasn't even...
But if you watch the whole movie and then like you see his identity because it was him, you can explain why he did it.
Exactly.
You know, the opening scene was pretty funny. Like, was pretty cool with the riots. The Black Friday riots.
It was Black Friday. It was Black Friday riot.
Sale.
Yeah, and the riot started because the girl, I believe it was the girl's mom or dad, I think it was dad, owned the store, and she let her friends in, and everybody saw the friends, and they all fucking crowded the place and knocked the door down, killing a security guard, which I thought that's who the killer was the security guard.
Yeah.
The one that was killed.
Yeah.
So I thought he actually lived.
Yeah.
Because I went and saw this with a dear friend of mine, and she thought that's who it was too. And I'm like, that's who the killer's gotta be. But it wasn't. Yeah. It was not at all. And then what's his name? The guy that owns the place, his wife got killed during the whole Black Friday.
Yes, with the shopping trolley. That was a bit of a yeah.
That made me almost throw up. And I thought for a minute it could have been the owner of the store that did it. Was the killer.
Yeah. Talking about the cast before, like Patrick Dempsey was in it. Addison Rae was in this.
Addison Rae was in this
movie.
And my
she's
God,
a pop singer. Yes.
She's hot. She's pretty fucking hot. I ain't gonna lie.
Was she the cheerleader that was like on the trampoline?
I believe so. I think she played Gabby.
Was that her on the trampoline? No, that was it was somebody else, I think.
I think that was Milo. No, that's a guy. I think it was. I'm trying to remember the characters' names, bro. I think it might have Karen Cliche, who played Kathleen.
Maybe.
But
yeah, but this movie was a lot of fun. It reminded me a little bit like Scream.
It did a lot like
just
Scream.
A little bit. Yeah, just a bit.
It's a lot like Scream, and the movie, it debuted in theaters and it had to compete with the new Trolls movie and the new Hunger Games.
But this movie got quite a good reception.
It did, and its budget was $15 million, bro. $15 million budget.
Box office was 46.2 million.
They quadrupled their earnings.
Yeah, because this came out during the holiday season.
It came out during Thanksgiving, didn't it?
It got ranked, I think before or after, or something like that. But I did see something on Instagram.
So the movie earned them about quadruple almost of what they spent. However, last year, do you want to guess what movie made the most money back from what they spent?
Who?
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah.
They got the most money back because they only spent $100,000 on the movie and they earned $5 million. So they made the most budget for what they spent.
So on Christmas Day last year, Eli Roth posted this. Thanksgiving on Christmas got ranked number 1 over Krampus.
Really?
Yes. And they both got the same ratings.
This movie came out on November 17th. It came out almost a week, maybe a little longer than a week before Thanksgiving last year.
Yeah. Would you classify this as kind of ish? Because it's Thanksgiving in America, it's leading towards a holiday season, correct?
Yeah, it's leading towards, it's a month before Christmas.
Yeah, so do you reckon that's kind of ish a Christmas movie?
No, I will not classify this as a Christmas movie, and here's why. Yes, they were shopping on Black Friday. Yes, Black Friday is near Thanksgiving, but fuck Christmas, all right? I'm tired of holiday movies, even though it's not a Christmas movie, being classified as Christmas movies just because it's around the same time. This is the first ever, as far as I know, there might be B-rated films, but this is the first ever theatrically released Thanksgiving movie that I know of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let Thanksgiving have a goddamn horror movie.
And don't make it into a Christmas movie, please.
We have enough Christmas
Like,
horror movies, man.
not enough, man. Not enough.
We
Nah,
have,
but yeah, this movie was great. I really enjoyed the plot, the storyline, the acting was great.
okay,
Uh,
I was
I
wrong.
thought the kills were great too.
As a man, I have to admit that I am wrong.
What's that?
This is not the first Thanksgiving horror movie. We've had a few. But I don't know if
Ooh.
I don't know if you'd classify them as Thanksgiving horror movies. But we have Alien Abduction. We have Boogeyman, Blood Rage, Black Friday, Pilgrim, Christie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few others, but this website wants me to disable my ad blocker, and fuck them, I ain't doing that. But yeah, there's a few of them, but this is the one that's got Thanksgiving in its name. They released the
You reckon it's like the traditional Thanksgiving horror movie?
Yes. We also have Thanksgiving, Amityville Christmas. There's a lot of them, but I don't. This one's a really good one, and I love it. But what is the most brutal scenes you think, like the best scenes? Because the one that really had me cringe, bro, is when that woman is in the restaurant. She's like a waitress, and she was a real bitch in the early
Oh,
goings of the film.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
she gets her face
I
put onto a freezer. Her face gets stuck. She rips her own skin off and starts running. She jumps
Yeah.
into a dumpster, and he hits the dumpster and splits her in half. That is brutal.
that I thought like the when the chick was doing the ear cleaning her ears.
Oh,
And that when she just got off like FaceTiming with a friend.
yeah.
And then the killer came from behind and put like the two spikes in her fucking ears.
Oh,
Shit.
that.
I thought the trampoline scene was pretty. The trampoline scene was pretty like. Yeah.
That shit.
How like the boyfriend was the. Yeah, well, when the boyfriend was just like standing there, like waiting for her to like fucking like strip off naked or whatever, he gets his neck broken, and then like she just thrown her panties. I don't know how quickly the killer went underneath the fucking trampoline after that.
See, I don't get like that scene reminded me a lot of Scream. Very reminiscent of
Yeah,
Scream.
yeah,
That particular scene is some Scream shit, bro. Like, I was impressed though.
yeah. But like that trampoline scene, how like she just jumps and the fucking blade just comes out and it hits her Achilles, and then fucking that made me a little bit, but like
I about threw up. This movie.
oh the
I
funny sorry to cut you off, dude, but like the funniest kill scene is where the chick was in the big oven
Uh-huh.
and the big oven, and you know how they put the thermometer and shit, like,
Uh-huh.
and then when it pops, it's ready to like it's already done cooking. I like that made me laugh when when like when they when you know he throws the fucking pitchfork, drags it back into the fucking oven, and he sticks a thermometer in there, and then after you hear her screaming, he's pink. Like, that
Bro,
made me laugh.
that scene was fucking hilarious. And
Yeah.
what's crazy to me is, bro, is this whole movie, dude, was very, especially that scene. That scene was very reminiscent of like Rob Zombie, really. I hate to compare it to something, but that's like House of a Thousand Corpse shit right there.
Is that a house with a thousand corpse shit?
Yeah, that is some devil's reject shit. Making people eat his wife and shit. That is some shit.
I would like to see Rob Zombie and Eli Roth team up.
I would love to. Like, I don't know, bro. Like this, the ending though, man. When she's like, I think I know who the killer is, or some shit like that, and he revealed himself to be the killer and like chased her and shit, and she had like it all on film and like caught him. And I didn't think she'd make it out alive though. I thought he was gonna kill her, and then the whole world would already know who he was through the live stream.
It kind of made sense halfway through the movie and who the guy was.
Yeah, and then he caught on fire.
Yeah, but then like, what about like that chick's dad, like that creepy looking father guy
Yeah.
with a mustache and a bald head? Like, I thought he was the killer.
He looked like the killer, bro. He had that fucking
Yeah,
mustache. He had that fucking. If you just have a mustache, you're. Some people can pull it off, but you're either like in an old western film, you're in a porn, or you're into some shit. You're like doing some shit. You know what I mean?
yeah. I thought he was the killer, but it kind of made sense with Patrick Dempsey like as the killer in that movie.
Hey, I have something that I noticed that you might want to change in the future for this show. Not to
Yeah.
like change the subject or anything. I went to share this on my public page, and apparently the stream is only private.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe your profile has it set to private. I could be mistaken.
No. It's on public.
Oh, then I don't know what's going on, bro. I tried sharing it. It says right here that it's set to only your friends on my end anyway.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know why. But it is what it is, man. I don't mind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is too. Let me fix it quickly. Public.
Honestly,
See,
if I
sometimes I
would
put,
if I
because
was you,
sometimes I, because
sorry.
sometimes I put my my profile on lock so I didn't get fucking random fucking people.
What you should do, bro, is do what I did. Make a public profile page and
Yeah.
air this on it. But I'm at that point. I don't know why, but my public page, my comedy page, and my profile are both public because I have such a following on my profile that isn't on my public page that I might just merge the two, get rid of my public page and create a whole new Facebook and just add personal friends because I don't want people to take it seriously when I fucking not have them on my Facebook. But the thing is like I need privacy, man. But
Yeah.
back
Yeah. We all do.
back to Thanksgiving, bro. This is gonna spawn a sequel.
Yeah. They've already announced it like what a few weeks after
Well,
it was released.
yeah, but your killer is dead.
Is he though?
Like, what are you gonna do? Do like the Scream shit where you have a mimicked killer, like somebody mimics? Like,
I reckon the baldy head with the mustache guy. The I reckon he's got something to do with it.
so you think it's like a cult? It's not just one person. It's like a bunch of people that
Yeah.
are playing the pilgrim.
I think so.
This is gonna turn in.
Because like you know like in the scene, the parade scene,
Uh
where the turkey guy get his head cut off with an axe,
huh.
and then like three people stopped the car and they threw like fucking flash grenades
Uh huh.
and shit. So I reckon it was like more than one killer.
Yeah, I think there was more than one killer, bro, and I think this is gonna turn into some Thanksgiving Scream shit. Like it's gonna, like, each movie is gonna be a different killer. And, and like
That should have a crossover.
yeah, like it's just gonna be a big old mess. It's gonna be similar to Scream. It's gonna be fucked up, bro.
Yeah, I reckon there's like multiple killers in that movie, and I don't know, the baldy head guy with the mustache just kind of just I don't know. There's just something about him that just freaks me out.
Oh, do you have a thing against mustaches, Greg? Is that
I
probably
had one.
you had one? But
Yeah.
I'll be honest, Greg. I like you with a beard. You with just a mustache was very interesting look. Like I don't know, like when people get a mustache, they just look guilty. Like if it's just a mustache, like if they get like in trouble for a crime, they just look guilty. Like look at what happened with Vince McMahon, dude. All that shit came out about him. He shaved his mustache. He's like, I don't want to look guilty no
Yeah.
more. Like I don't.
Yeah.
He just looked
He
guilty.
they erased him, man.
Bro, I read the text messages, and I'm not one to say that
They
like
erased him off the WWE.
they did full on Chris Benoit treatment, bro. So what do you rank this movie, man?
A 8.9 out of 10.
I'll go with 8 out of 10. It's not a perfect
Mm,
movie by any means. Uh, it's your basic. It's similar to like Scream and shit. Like it's not an original concept, but it's a great. He did a great job making it happen. It's basically like Scream for Thanksgiving. It's basically like
yeah,
Friday.
but like
Yeah,
kind of filmed like a like a early 80s horror slasher
yeah. Like what is your
film.
thought? What is your
When you look at
thoughts
it.
on like this on the sequel though? Like you have to make it unpredictable, so the guy with the mustache
Mm.
can't be the killer. So who's the killer gonna
I re-
be?
I reckon it's one of those three people that threw the fucking flash grenades in the car, and they fucking tranquilize those the people in the car to take them back to the crib. Because
That
I do believe there is more than one. There was just more than that one killer. There'd have to be like maybe another two more out in that fucking movie.
naturally there would have to be, bro.
Hmm.
Like absolutely naturally there would have to be, but I don't know. Maybe the guy lived.
Hmm.
Or like at the end of the movie, she had that nightmare where he was in their closet or whatever. How about like him be like
Ah,
make him like the Freddy Krueger of Thanksgiving? Like he haunts their nightmares on Thanksgiving.
in the dreams.
Yeah, he haunts them in their
Yeah.
dreams, bro.
Yeah. Did they take his body out of the building when that place blew up? Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Hmm.
I don't think he died.
I wonder if they have they released the cast yet for Thanksgiving too.
I if I was smart and a director, I'm not saying I'm not smart, but I'm not a director. If I was a director and I was to be smart about this, I would not release the full cast and at the very
Hmm.
end have it be the person because I've seen movies where they don't credit actors until the very end.
Hmm.
I
That was a good little end credit scene in Thanksgiving though. I really
fuck
like
yes it
that.
was.
Hmm.
Like
I didn't watch
fucking
any theaters though. I downloaded it, but
bro, I saw it in theaters. Like I saw
I
it in
thought the
theaters with
lead.
a friend of mine, bro, and I was shocked a little bit by the ending. I saw it coming,
Mm,
but
I thought the lead actress chick was good. Um, Whatever her name was, she's
she was
cute.
really good. She's really good. Isn't that what's her name? The one we was talking about? Isn't she the lead actress?
Yeah.
Like I thought that was her. I mean,
She played Jessica.
really?
Neil. Yeah,
Word.
Neil.
That's
What's her name?
fucking wild.
Yeah, but
So good. You're gonna say something.
I'm just. Yeah, I was kind of devastated with it. The really attractive blonde looking chick got roasted, man. If I was in that
Um,
movie, I would have saved her.
yeah, but you're not in the movie, and somebody has to go, man.
Yeah, but like, could you imagine? Like, I'll just like budge the door down like the Rock or something like that, and then I would
If you
like,
smell, and you fucking like rock bottom this.
he's like, if you smell what? What's that fucking smell? And it's her roasting in the oven.
I thought she was gonna get away in that scene, but I have a feeling they just used that, like her slowly getting away or whatever, to buy time, just to add time to the movie. Because a lot of movies do that, man.
Yeah,
They'll fucking just add shit in to
yeah,
just
but
make shit happen, bro.
it's a great movie.
It was my one of
If
my
it, I liked it. I ranked it, I think, number two of my as one of my top five horror movies of 2023.
really.
Number one was Evil Dead Rise because I thought that was amazing. Well,
I
actually, no, that was number three. I put Saw X as number one. Sorry.
I didn't see an awful lot of like really deep horror movies last year. I saw like, of course, Winnie the Pooh. I mentioned a few times. I've seen Thanksgiving. I've seen Evil Dead Rise, but like I'd not seen Saw or nothing, bro. I was iffy about that shit.
Saw X is good. Watch it. Like, watch it, man. Like you see John Kramer how he became Jigsaw. Trust me, it's a good movie. And there'll
I
be
watch it.
and there will be Saw 11 that'll be coming out this year, I think it is, and it will be a sequel from. I think it's like kind of like the sequel of the second one,
Was this the one that had Chris Rock? The one we're referring to?
or something like that. Oh, nah, that's different. Spiral Book was, I think it was kind of like its own movie, but they were just like carrying on from Legacy.
Okay, so Chris Rock wasn't in this one.
Nah.
How did they tie the two movies together then if it's not the same cast?
So, well, okay, so Saw X is pretty much a prequel. Is a sequel to the first. There's a prequel to the first one and a sequel to the second one. Kind of leads on towards the first two movies.
I am so goddamn confused about these Saw movies, bro. They're starting to release them like Star Wars movies, and I don't like it.
But like, it kind of makes sense once you watch it because it's he starts off as a, a sick patient.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You know.
I'm weird, bro. Like, you kidding me? I don't like I don't know. I like movies that like go back in time and all that shit, but you know they're starting to run out of ideas when they do that.
Yeah, I know. But what do you do when he dies in number three?
Go back to number 2.5, bro.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what you do.
You
You just
know.
go back in time, man.
Yeah. But guys, that was Thanksgiving. You know. If you guys haven't seen it, watch it. You know.
Yeah, it got an 8 from us, man. It's a good movie.
Yeah. Watch it, man. Like, grab your partner. You know, have a really nice movie date night together. You know, dim down the lights, eat some popcorn, and just watch some really good fucking bloody
Better
slasher
dim
movie.
them lights and turn the lights down low. Turn the music kind of soft and slow. Sorry.
Yeah,
But I love you guys.
yeah.
Thank you for
Make
tuning
sure
in.
you put make sure you put some Lionel Richie in the background when you're watching this movie. No, don't do that. But anyway,
Don't.
guys, follow Mike at his channel.
I have actually. Give me 1 second here, bro. I got the hookups here. I got my own website now. You should look into that. Oh, it won't post. So www.usenick.com.
Boom. You heard it, guys. Go follow him at Pink Sock. And make sure you hit like, subscribe, follow on Instagram, follow on Spotify, subscribe to me on subscribe this fucking channel right now.
Subscribble. I love y'all, and as always, live long, rock hard. Still there, dude? Man. Cut out. Real bad. I ain't got no place to go. We kind of froze, man. I don't know what's going on here, but we ain't got no place to go. I'm gonna be your man. Guys, I think people are still listening. I think we're still live. I don't know what's going on though. Grack is frozen like a mug. But anyway, guys, love y'all. And as always, live long and rock hard, motherfuckers. Love y'all. Bye. Bye.